How doing, everybody? Matthew back with you again. I get the camera now at a different angle. I like to talk with my hands. Um, we got the car back in the hot box down here. Got the primer on. Got the primer sanded this morning. Um, got it washed. I'm waiting for it to dry so I can put paint on it. So I got started on the motor. We're gonna get got some stuff done on that, so I'll show you that here in a minute. But I want to just I'll turn the camera around here and I'll show you that. I'm going to start doing some details on that and show you how to do that. So let me get you spun around here and I'll show you what I have going on with that. Okay, so here we are back with the motor. We got the, of course, the blue on it for the color that it should be. I really had no idea about the valve cover. I looked it up, but I forgot by the time I got ready to paint the motor what color the valve cover should be, so I just went with black. We have transmission done in steel. The AK extreme metal steel. I have a gloss, my PVG clear over top of that. This is stainless steel, like a little rubber boot between that painted. Little detail there. This is it's an AK extreme metal. It is burnt metal, but it's a pale burnt. Yeah, pale burnt metal. So it looks like it has had some heat through it. Then on the other side, we have already of course, the starter's already in it. They came with the spark plugs already in it. So I was painted those white. The old time plugs were white. And I put some rubber boots on, just slid those on when I run the plug wires. Made my own distributor. Got the coil on, coil wires in it. That's in. We got the oil filler in with the slobber tube. Fuel pump is just painted as motor on. That's some more of the little bolts and whatnot painted there. I don't know if we'll get more better views with the light off again or not. But what I'm going to do now is, if you can look at this starter, I can't find any really good descriptions of it online, but let me find a pointer here. Use this. It looks like this almost gets pulled. Putting this down a little bit more. Come on, right now. Quit shaking. Quit shaking. So it looks like this would get pulled, and then that would bring us over in contact with that, which would make the starter, of course, in turn. And it should focus better than that. Is what the only thing it should do. So I found just went digging through a bunch of parts here, and I found there's a better view of it. I found this little thing here, and it was in this bin of parts, just miscellaneous parts I have laying around. Now, it looks like a tie rod or some kind of sway bar or something or another. But I'm going to snip this little end off here. And I won't zoom in with my finger. I'm going to snip this end off back here. And put that so it attaches inside there. And then I'll drill a hole through that and run me a cable. It'll be like a spark plug wire through that, and then bare the end of it, so I'll have like a copper cable coming up and attaching to here. So it'll be like a pull cable. So you'd have like a choke cable inside the car. So you could actually pull that, and it would come down and make contact. Then after the car starts, you can push it back in, and that would push it back up and stop the starter. I believe is how that would all have worked. So I'm going to try and make that out of this little piece, and then run that cable, then route the cable around somehow, and go back up and through into the firewall of the car. Have that cable on there. Still need to get a dipstick in it. I'll find some of my reference pictures as to where the dipstick went. I'm guessing over here somewhere. Then once I get the carburetor on, I'll have to run the fuel line from that up across to there. A throttle cable for that. Then I got the battery, so I have to run some battery cables. I have to run a hot wire down to, I'm assuming a hot wire to this, because it's going to need juice going to the, and I'll probably be this here on the end, would probably be, where juice would go into it at. I'm hoping that's where mine's going to go in at, there on the end. So we'll run juice into that, and we're trying to make it, it's never going to run, so we're just going to try and give it some illusion of detail. This is basically what we're shooting for here. So that's where we're at, and I may add a little bit more to this. It went a little longer than it took me longer to explain it than I intended on, so. Alright guys, I'll add some more to it and put it up. Thanks for watching. Okay, so we got the motor part done here I was talking about. Find my little pointer again. You can see we got the bracket. I'm bringing it in a little closer. Maybe. There we go. You can see I got the bracket on that I was talking about. Got it cut off, painted, and put on. The wire run through it. Drilled through it. The center cable around connected where that's going to pull and connect these little tabs. And maybe I should paint those silver or something where they would touch. And now I have the hot wire coming out of the starter and just route it up to the spark plug wires. Then I'll get run across the motor here somewhere and into the firewall. So that's where we're at. Put that down. And this will get bent across the motor like thusly. And run into the firewall. So that's where that's at. Just a little extra detail there. And now we gotta get the other side, get the carburetors and stuff on. And we can get started running the fuel line. I got some wire laying here. I don't know if I want to do it in silver. I got some silver wire there. And I have some copper wire. I'll probably go ahead and use the copper for the fuel line. That's what usually they use. Runs copper up and across for the fuel line. So I have that, and I'll get this put up, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.